We've got much more Fox 9 Buzz coming up right after the break. What are we talking about? I don't know. We're talking about all sorts of fun stuff. We're going to head over into the kitchen where we're going to rethink beef. All right. Sounds good.
It may be time to rethink beef. And joining us to talk about a different choice of beef, Chef Colin Murray with Wandering Kitchen.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How you doing?
First of all, Wandering Kitchen is aptly named. What is Wandering Kitchen?
So we are a craft caterer. So what we do is we go on site. We do catering events. We
wander around?
Yeah. You know, never have a place to stay. So I always just kind of wander around.
You've been doing it for a year and a half. Great business.
Oh yeah, almost 2 years now, and it's grown exponentially, and it's been a really positive 2 years.
Well, that's great. Well, some of the stuff that you do, obviously, you have to work with beef a lot. And this is a special type of beef that you're bringing us today.
Yeah, so this is a really cool product. So I actually, I found this at Jerry's Foods, and what it is it's Simply Essentials. And what they're doing is they're actually feeding the cows a different diet.
Okay.
And so what that's doing is it's helping to lower the cholesterol by 48% on beef. So this eats the same, it cooks the same as all your other beefs. It's just going to have lower cholesterol and then higher omega-3s. So it actually has 400% more omega-3s than conventional beef.
Wow.
And it's the first of its kind from the USDA certification point.
It's been approved and everything. Yeah, because when people think about healthier proteins, I mean, people jump to chicken automatically and things like that. This is impressive. Now, does this fall into the category of if the USDA and the FDA or whoever all are involved with all this, I guess there's USDA, there are guidelines for what this beef can and cannot be? I mean, I know there's organic beef and there's grass-fed beef and there's these types of things.
Yeah, it's about consistency. So what it is that this consistently gets those numbers.
Yeah.
Grass-fed beef, you don't always get those numbers. It can depend on
the season.
On the season, on how much grass they're getting. And then a lot of grass-fed beefs are actually corn finished, so you don't have all those benefits of the grass feed. So what this does is their diet is actually, it's high in golden flax and a few other things that are actually changing the nature of the beef from the inside out. So it's starting with that process and changing that.
Smart.
And you still have all the benefits of beef. You know, you get all those vitamins, all those nutrients.
And the taste.
Yeah, and so now you can have that excuse to eat beef, 4 or 5 times a week.
What are you showing us today?
So what we're doing is we did a sirloin, and I did kind of a cool technique on this. Is I slow roasted it in the oven before I actually seared it. So I cooked it at 250 degrees, just with salt, pepper, until it reached an internal temperature of 120 degrees.
How long does that take?
It's about 45 minutes for a steak about this size.
Oh, yeah.
And then what we have here is a cast iron pan, and I'm going to sear it. And a lot of people I see sear, they put the steak down and they just leave it. And we're actually going to constantly be moving this around so that we don't get cold spots in the pan.
Oh yeah.
We're going to get a nice sear on this. We're going to flip that over, and then what I'm going to do is finish it with a little bit of butter, some garlic, and then some herbs. And what we'll do is we'll kind of baste this while we're moving this around. And then when we slice it, you're going to see it's going to be a nice, perfect mid-rare. What we're going to serve this today with is a quinoa tabbouleh. So again, we're healthy. Yeah. We got all that beautiful quinoa, gluten-free product. We put some baby kale in there, some fresh tomatoes, lemon juice. Yeah, we're trying. We're trying. Perfect. And we're going to baste this a little bit here. And this is kind of an important technique that a lot of people don't do at home with that butter and everything. Is you want to make sure everything stays nice and juicy and you get all those beautiful flavors.
All right, while you're letting that kind of still sear, you're doing all your stuff there. Tell us a little about, you also have a paleo burger over here.
So we kind of did a paleo-friendly burger. You know, it's a hot trend right now. Burgers are obviously everywhere.
Well, Director Tim's all over that.
Yeah, so what we did was, again, with that beef, you got that less cholesterol, so you can eat it. You can eat a little bit bigger of a portion, fill yourself up. And what I did is I replaced the bun actually with a portobello mushroom. So I just seared that portobello mushroom, used that as the bun, so that we don't have those carbs.
And what did you sear that portobello mushroom in?
Actually, I just seared it in as I was cooking the burger. I just used some of those leftover juices. I don't like to waste things, you know.
That's perfect.
And so what we're going to do here is I had a couple strings. We're going to get those out.
Now, in a normal world, you let that set for a moment there, let those juices.
This is the beautiful thing about kind of pre-cooking it like this is that we've actually already let it rest, and so now we don't have to.
Pre-rest.
Yeah, it's kind of a pre-rest on this.
Perfect.
So we're going to remove this, get these out of the way here. And then we'll give this a nice little slice. And you can see it's going to be a nice, beautiful mid-rare from tip to tip.
I see some of that. Oh, that looks good. Oh, that smells good too.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to use a little ring mold, get that quinoa action going. And then That chimichurri sauce is going to go right over top.
Oh, hello.
We're going to smear a little on the plate to give it a little color. Put that extra steak on there. And
That
you
looks
got
delicious.
yourself a perfect sirloin. Now, sirloin is a value steak. You know, a lot of people go to your New York strips, your T-bones, your ribeyes, your fillets. This is a great steak that you can afford to eat all the time. And when you eat this, you're going to see it just melts in your
And
mouth.
by slow roasting it, that just makes it even more
Exactly.
tender.
It's going to lock in all those juices. If you notice, there's no juice going on the plate.
It's not. I'm going to try that here in just a
Yeah,
second.
please
Wandering
do.
Kitchen Executive Chef Colin Murray, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here. For more information on any of this or on Simply Essentials, go to simplyessentials.com or wanderingkitchen.com. Or if you want the recipe, come to us at fox9.com and click on the Morning Show tab. All right, back over to Tom and Don.
All right, save some for us.